Hey, Budget Fam, welcome if you are new here, and welcome back if you are a loyal subscriber. Today we are talking about what I wish I knew 5 years ago, okay? My top 8 things that I wish I knew 5 years ago about my money management, okay? So let's get into it. All right, so number one is small amounts get you to your bigger goal. So I wish that I understood that it did not always have to be large amounts, okay? That anything that I could do now would help me along the way. That consistency of always doing whatever I could, whenever I could, would help me get to my bigger goal each and every time, okay? So if you needed to hear this, listen, it doesn't matter if you're doing $1 a time in your savings, if you are doing $10, $50, 2 pennies, 10 cents, it all equals up to your bigger goal eventually, okay? And you are on nobody's time but your own. So make sure that you understand that you're doing what you can do, all right? So small amounts will always get you to your bigger goal is something that I wish I knew 5 years ago, because I would have started and been much further, but it's okay. Everything is going the way it is supposed to be, okay? Number two, a budget is not a restriction. It is a plan. Okay, so a budget is not a restriction, it is a plan. I wish I would have known this years ago, because I always was nervous that I had to give up everything that I had going on, okay? And you know, as a young person in their 20s, you want to live and you want to learn later, okay? So I wish I would have understood that it's not a restriction and I could still do anything that I wanted to do. I just needed to make sure that it was in the budget plan, okay? So that is something that I wish I would have known at least 5 years ago, all right? So number three is compound interest is a game changer. Okay, I wish I would have understood, or if I didn't understand, that I took the time out to learn about that compound interest, because the earlier you do this, the more you're going to get, okay? Now, understand that it's never too late to get started, right? But start as soon as possible and make sure that that compound interest is doing what it is supposed to do for you. So I wish I would have known this 5 years ago. All right, number 4, okay? Number 4 is that using credit cards, okay, can be a tool. Using credit cards can be a tool, not a trap. We come out of college or high school and we go straight into debt, right? We don't understand how to use credit cards. We don't understand how to leverage those credit cards, okay? But the wealthy do. I bet you if you go up to a wealthy and not rich, very wealthy, okay, wealthy in money and wealthy in knowledge, they would tell you that they use their credit card for everything. They don't have their debit cards just in their pockets to swipe, right? They are leveraging those credit cards and doing it the responsible way, the way it is supposed to be, okay? So I wish I would have understood that credit cards were a tool and not just extra money for me to go out here and have the time of my life while I was young, okay? So I wish I would have known that it's not a trap, okay? And once you understand how to work the actual credit card system, then it's definitely going to become a great tool that can get you even further. Okay, so I wish I would have known that. All right, number 5, and I hope everybody agrees with number 5. Okay, but emergency funds are non-negotiable. They are non-negotiable, okay? Everybody needs to have an emergency fund. Everybody needs to be building. Everybody needs to have it consistently there, okay? And why? Because we are human. Things happen at all times. And I would rather have money put aside for when I needed it, right? That way, I didn't have to stress. All right. That financial stress can take you out, and it could have been avoided or at least lessened it a little bit by just having that emergency fund in the background working as my safety net. So if again, you do not have an emergency fund set up, please in 2025, get your emergency funds built. Okay. Number 6 is, wealth comes from systems. Okay? Systems, not income. Wealth comes from systems, not income. I just talked about this, y'all. The wealthy have a system, okay? They have their money working for them and not against them. So they know that, yes, income is important. It's bringing you in, but they also know that that income needs to be working as well, okay? And that's where their systems are set up and they're building that wealth, all right? So I wish I would have known this and started so much earlier because it definitely could have helped. But again, like I always say, it's never too late. So if you have not started building your wealth systems, let's get to it in 2025. All right, number 7, okay? Y'all already know saving in cash helps. All right. I have learned this the last few years that saving in cash has helped me save way more than I ever have in the bank. And not always does saving in cash work for everybody, but it definitely worked for me. So if you have not tried it, give it a try. Just try. All right. You'll never know if it doesn't work for you until you actually try it. So saving in cash has definitely helped. And I just go ahead and I put it in my budget binders, out of sight, out of mind. And when I need it, it is there. So definitely something I wish I would have started and actually accomplished earlier. Okay. And then the last one is consistency. Beats large amounts all the time. Now, what does that mean? Doing it consistently, doing it over and over and over, putting it into your financial routine will always beat out large amounts. So, for example, there are people out here who save small amounts and have thousands in their savings, who have thousands of debt already paid off, who are living very comfortable, okay, because they're consistently doing it. And then we have people who put large amounts away and then they end up spending it, okay? They put large amounts on their debt and then they end up maxing that card right back out. All right, so listen, consistency will always beat out your large amounts. All right, so even if you do large amounts consistently, it's going to beat it out. You don't just want to put money in and just, okay, I did it, now I'm done. Consistently do it over and over and over and over again. All right. So here are the 8 things that I wish I knew 5 years ago. And I hope that this helps you right now to get started with your new budget change. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this video. As I always leave and say, y'all be budgeted, and I will see you in the next one. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all soon. Don't forget to heal your past so that you are able to budget your present so that you can free your future.